In 1853, Anthony Bowen founded the first Black YMCA dedicated to nurturing boys and young men of color. The expansion of this revolutionary push became the backdrop to the civil rights movement. What began as a seed nearly 200 years ago has blossomed into more than 2,700 centers, 20,000 staff, and over 500,000 volunteers in communities across the country. But what every community should know is not every garden is created equal. When schools with 90% or more students of color receive $733 less per student per year, it is critical that we commit our resources, hearts, and hands directly in the soil to ensure students of color are able to blossom. In an effort to further this vision, the YMCA created the Boys and Young Men of Color strategy to intentionally build on and invest in pathways to success to help boys and young men of color access their full potential. Focusing on young men and boys ages 11 to 17 while removing systemic barriers, providing relevant services, and creating nurturing environments that promote confidence and growth. Designed for flexible implementation through policies, practices, and programs that can be defined by the needs of each community, including education, college, and career readiness, and character development. We understand contemporary problems need contemporary solutions. That's why we teamed up with P&G's Old Spice and Impact First creative agency, Never Whisper Justice. Together, we are working to increase high school graduation rates of young boys by 2030. Starting with screening activations around the award-winning film Black Boys, addressing systemic inequalities that are holding our young boys of color back.
This country needs to put the mirror up and do the changing, and until that happens, we're still gonna be having this conversation.
Our goal is to improve opportunities and outcomes for boys and young men of color in 100 cities by 2025, which will strengthen our workforce development and revive a more inclusive economy. When we invest in our most vulnerable students, equity is no longer an option. It becomes our legacy. From community to community, we are rooted in transformational service. Our 177-year history is our best evidence that the Y can continue to be a strong advocate for systems change. The answer is always the Y.